Hey everyone, how you doing? So in this video today, I'm going to be going over how I set out my swarm traps, pretty much how I built them, and how I bait them and where I put them for location wise. I have pretty good success catching swarms, and it's pretty simple really. And when I first was looking into it, you know, they build those nuke swarm traps with the bottom of the frames will be like empty space. I'm sure you've seen those before. But we had some old 8-frame boxes that we had built that were getting kind of old. So we just decided to put a bottom piece of wood on the bottom and then make lids for them that just screw down to the top. And then we just put a little piece of 1x on the side with a little L bracket hanger. When you're trying to catch swarms, you don't want them right near your colonies. This trap right here is going to be probably about 300-400 yards away from where the hives I have on this property is. Last year I caught a swarm in this exact tree, and when the scalp bees are out flying from where the swarm lands on its location, they're going to go to cavities that are of the right size that the colony wants to move into. So one thing that really helps me out is I use some old drawn comb frames, and I keep these in the freezer in the off season. If I have a trap that doesn't catch one, or if I find an old frame, instead of calling it, I just put it in the freezer. And this has old propolis on it and everything else, and that's really the key for catching swarms. I don't use Swarm Commander or anything like that. Also in here I got just some regular foundation frames. I only put 4 to 5 frames in each of my swarm traps, normally because in the 1st of April I'll be riding around every other day, every 3 days, checking on my bees, and I'll just swing by the swarm traps. But the key thing that I found that works a lot is just lemongrass oil from like Amazon or anywhere where you can get like essential oils. But yeah, lemongrass oil works good. And I take a little sandwich baggie, and I keep it sealed, and I cut the tip of it off. And then I will take a Q-tip, and I'll just put a drop on each side of this Q-tip and then shove it in where I had cut that out. And all this baggie does, I'll lay this baggie directly in the bottom here, and all it does is just keep it from drying out, so the scalp bees can smell this lemongrass oil. And I'll also put a couple drips on the frames, or maybe one on the inside of the entrance. And then when I go back, like, I like to refresh it every 2 weeks or so, probably only one other time before the season ends. You can just put another drop on a Q-tip and then just flick it in the entrance right here. But yeah, also another thing, this trap was built cheap, which anyone can make a swarm trap, and it's really cool when you start seeing scalp bees come to your trap. But man, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so you don't have to have them 10, 12, 15 feet up in a tree. I actually caught a swarm one year on a log that I just placed a box there, and it was 2 feet off the ground, and I caught it on that because it had fell off of the tree. So I place all mine right at reach height, so it's easier for me to unstrap and take the swarm trap off. So yeah, I'm gonna get this set up, and then I'll show you the location I picked and everything else, and I'll get back to you. Thank you. So yeah, as you can see, the trap's only about 4 or 5 feet off the ground, facing towards, this is a road here. This is a clearing, and there's fields on each side over here on the other side of the road, and then I got hives way down there, so they're not directly in front of them. But when those, if my hives are going to swarm, you know, the scalp bees, they'll be on this. But I also have beekeepers around this area, and there's a bunch of feral colonies too. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. And then I will be checking these every couple days after April. I'm putting them up a little bit early, and that's mainly because of time with me and my the shifts I'm about to be on at work. So just trying to be ahead of the game. So yeah, thank you guys. Bye.